Imagine a universe so vast, it could hold every idea ever conceived. Unfathomable, right? A place where every thought, every concept, no matter how wild or mundane, has a space to exist. Now imagine that universe shrinking, squeezing down until it fits in the palm of your hand. It's like compressing infinity into something you can hold and examine closely. That's kind of what our world feels like today. With technology and globalization, our vast world feels much smaller, more interconnected. We're all crammed together, sharing ideas at the speed of light. And just like in that shrunken universe, not all those ideas are going to play nice together. Conflicts arise, debates spark, and tensions build. That brings us to a real head-scratcher: tolerance. How do we coexist with so many differing viewpoints? It's like the cosmic glue holding everything together. Tolerance is essential for harmony. But what happens when tolerance meets its match? When it encounters ideas that challenge its very foundation? What happens when we're faced with ideas that are downright, well, intolerant? How do we respond? Can too much tolerance actually backfire? Is there a tipping point where tolerance becomes a weakness? That's the paradox we're grappling with today, folks. It's a delicate balance, a philosophical conundrum. It's a question that's been bugging philosophers and scientists for ages, and it's more relevant now than ever before. In our interconnected world, the stakes are higher. We're about to explore the wild world of Popper's paradox. Get ready for a mind-bending adventure. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe at Chasing Sunsets 49. I post one long video and 2 shorts every week to keep your mind sharp and inspired. Let's talk about Karl Popper, a name you might not hear every day. He was a pretty brilliant philosopher who dropped some serious knowledge bombs back in the 20th century, shaping the way we think about society and science. One of his most famous contributions was the paradox of tolerance, a concept that still sparks debates today. Here's the gist. Popper argued that if a society is completely tolerant, without any limits, it's actually setting itself up for destruction. Sounds counterintuitive, right? Why? Because those who preach intolerance will exploit that very tolerance to gain power and silence everyone else, creating a cycle of oppression. Imagine a cosmic boxing match, an epic battle of ideologies. In one corner, you have tolerance, all about peace, understanding, and coexistence. In the other corner, you have intolerance, ready to throw punches, break the rules, and dominate. If tolerance refuses to fight back, guess who wins? The aggressive force of intolerance. Yep, intolerance takes home the cosmic belt, claiming victory. And that's the paradox. To truly protect tolerance, we can't tolerate everything. We must set boundaries. We have to draw a line in the cosmic sand, ensuring that tolerance survives by not tolerating the intolerant. So, how does this cosmic conundrum play out in the real world? Well, imagine a beautiful garden. Flowers of all shapes and sizes are blooming, representing different ideas and beliefs. Now imagine someone tosses a handful of weed seeds into the mix. Those weeds, if left unchecked, will grow and spread, choking out the other plants. They represent intolerance, hate speech, discrimination, and ideologies that seek to harm others. Popper argued that we have a responsibility to pull up those weeds before they take over the entire garden. We can't just stand by and watch as intolerance spreads its roots and destroys the very fabric of our society. But how do we do that without becoming intolerant ourselves? That's the million-dollar cosmic question. The digital battleground, where intolerance finds fertile ground. Fast forward to the 21st century, where the internet has become the ultimate breeding ground for both tolerance and intolerance. The digital age has connected us in ways we never imagined, but it has also opened the floodgates for a torrent of negativity and hate. It's like a giant interconnected cosmic brain, buzzing with ideas, opinions, and unfortunately, a whole lot of negativity. The sheer volume of information can be overwhelming, and not all of it is positive or constructive. Think about online hate speech. It's not just words on a screen, it's a powerful force that can cause real harm. It spreads like wildfire, fueled by anonymity and algorithms. These algorithms often prioritize engagement over ethics, amplifying the most extreme voices. Extremist groups use social media to recruit members and spread their poisonous ideologies. They exploit the same tools designed to bring us together to tear us apart. Popper's paradox reminds us that we can't just ignore these problems and hope they go away. We must confront them head-on. We need to find ways to combat intolerance online, but we need to do it in a way that doesn't stifle free speech or turn us into the very thing we're fighting against. It's a nuanced challenge that requires thoughtful solutions. It's a delicate balancing act, but it's one we have to get right. The future of our digital society depends on it. A call to cosmic action, navigating the paradox. So, where do we go from here? How do we navigate this cosmic paradox of tolerance? Well, for starters, we need to have open and honest conversations about the dangers of intolerance and the importance of protecting our shared values. That's where you come in, fellow space travelers. I'm just one voice in the vast cosmic chorus. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is true tolerance possible? Or is it always a balancing act? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share. What do you think about Popper's paradox? How do we strike that delicate balance between tolerance and intolerance? Let's keep the conversation going, folks, because in the grand scheme of the cosmos, our ability to coexist peacefully might just be the most important experiment of all.